used to be a cop, long time ago. And I used to get called out on domestic disputes all the time, hundreds over the years. And there was this one guy, this one piece of shit, who I will never forget. Gordy. Look, sort of like Bo Svensson. You remember him from Walking Tall? You don't remember? Nah, anyway. Big guy, 270, 280. But his wife was real small, like a little bird. Wrists like little branches. So every weekend my partner and I would get sent over there. And one of us would pull her aside and would say, "Come on, this is it. This is the night we press charges." And this wasn't one of those deep down he loves me kind of deals, because we got plenty of those, believe me. This girl was scared. She wasn't going to cross him. No way, no how. So, nothing we could do but pass her off to the EMTs, cuff him, throw him in a car, take him downtown, put him in the drunk tank. Next morning, he sleeps it off, out he goes back home. Except one night, my partner called out sick, and it was just me. And the call comes in, and it's the usual crap, she broke her nose in the shower kind of thing. So I get there, I cuff him, I throw him in the car, and away we go. Only this night, as we're going into town, this sideways asshole is in my back seat humming Danny Boy. That just rubbed me wrong. So instead of going left, I go right, out into nowhere. And I take him out of the car, I throw him down, and I put my revolver in his mouth. And I tell him, this is it. This is how it ends. And he's, crying, going to the bathroom all over himself, swearing to God he'll leave her alone, screaming. Not as much as you can with a gun in your mouth. And I tell him to quiet down because I need some time to think about what I'm going to do. So he goes quiet, goes still. Then he goes real quiet, like a dog begging for dinner scraps. So we just kind of stood there a few minutes, me acting like I'm thinking things over, and Prince Charming kneeling in the mud with shit in his pants. So, after a few minutes, I took my gun out of his mouth, and I grabbed him and I said, "So help me, if you ever touch her again, I will such and such and blah, blah, blah." Just a threat, of course. Just doing my job. 2 weeks later, he kills her. Of course. Caved her head in with the back of a Waring blender. We get there, there's so much blood, you could smell the metal. So, the moral of the story is, I chose a half measure when I should have went all the way. I will never make that mistake again.